Hello, and welcome to today's creator contract, playing with fire, set in Colorado and supplied by yours truly. So on to our briefing. Humanity discovers fire and was warm, briefly. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with 1 objective. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the Militar Soldier, and we'll be bringing with us a proximity micro taser and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're gonna put down these dangerous bullets, and we are going to head for the water tower and the outer area of the map. As you can see, there is an enforcer ahead of us. We are going to have to make our way around them and wait for them to leave the area before we can really do too much else. So as you can see, the enforcer is going to go and stand right where we need to be, which is right by that oil drum there. So we're going to select our remote taser while we wait for the enforcer to move away. Our first target is just off to our right, and they will be heading this way very shortly. So we're going to drop our taser on the floor as close as we can to the oil drum, just as our target is making their way over here. They are actually going to stand right in our way, and it's going to make us a difficult shot, but we're going to put 1 bullet into the oil drum. That will get our target's attention, and when they go over to investigate, we can then trigger the taser, or in this case it's a proximity taser, and that will deal with our first target. So next up, we're going to make our way around to our right and into the compound. We're going to cut through the shed here and grab the ATV keys, and our next target is just across the road in the junkyard area. So we're going to shoot the oil drum by the tree. That will get our target's attention, and when they come along to investigate, we can then put a second or third even bullet into the oil drum. Depends, sometimes it only takes 1, sometimes it takes 2. That will deal with our second target, and it will also distract our third target, and that will give us hopefully an opportunity to get around them, as they are an enforcer. So we're going to go around the back of the truck here, and while they are distracted, we can then put a bullet into this oil drum right here. Let's get a nice safe distance, and we'll stand about here. That should keep us well out of view of the enforcer. Somewhere around here will do. So we're just waiting for our next target to lose interest in what is going on, and he will make his way over here, and when he does, we're going to put a bullet into the propane or the oil drum, should I say, and when he goes over to investigate that noise, we can then put a second and possibly third bullet into the oil drum, and that will deal with target number 3. So he should be stood over there around about now. There he is, again blocking our shot. So we're going to try and shoot right between his legs. Accidentally missed. So as long as we can ignite the oil nice and quickly, he will not be a problem. There we go. So 3 targets taken care of, 2 more to go, and our final 2 targets are both located over by the motor pool area. We can't go through the explosives area, so we will have to go round. And what we're going to do is set up one elimination whilst we deal with the other. So we're going to make our way to the garage. We're going to duck down by the wooden planks here and put one bullet into the valve on the large oil drum. Then we're going to make our way around the back of the motor area, around the van, and in through the open window here into what looks like an office. As you can see, our target's going to go over and investigate the oil drum, but he will go back to his usual routine, and he will be a little while, so we can then put a bullet into the other oil drum, the smaller one. That will attract the attention of our next target, and when he comes over to investigate, we can then ignite the oil and he will go down rather ungracefully. So all that's left for us to do now is to await the demise of our final target, who is just noticing that his colleague is looking rather crispy. He will go back to his usual routine eventually, and as part of that routine he will now go and stand in the puddle and have a cigarette. So it's definitely not a good idea to smoke near oil drums, especially if you're standing in a smelly puddle. So while we're waiting for him, we're just going to take out the camera by the ATV exit, and all we have to do is await for our target to go for his cigarette break, and he will be engulfed in flames, and it is rather theatrical to watch. So we'll let you enjoy your final cigarette before your execution, and away we go. Go and put that fag out. There we go, and up he goes rather gracefully. It looks like he's doing a little dance there, and it's the final dance, the dance of death. So with all of our targets dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and our one and only exit is the ATV exit. So we're just going to run straight out of the gate, jump on the ATV and leave Colorado. So there we go, one more creator contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan. We met our objective and we got our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.